coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us.
Angel Reese just hinted she might skip playing unless her WNBA paycheck goes up. Wait, didn't she just get drafted?
Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
You're still figuring out how to make a layup without clanging it off the rim. And now you're talking about going on strike? That's like landing your first job, showing up late, and demanding CEO pay before your first day even starts. Naturally, social media went wild. Analysts fired back, and fans? They roasted her.
Why?
Because the WNBA isn't being carried by Angel Reese. It's Caitlin Clark who's filling arenas, spiking TV ratings, selling jerseys, and draining deep threes like it's nothing. Meanwhile, Angel's struggling on the court and complaining that her $74,000 salary doesn't even cover rent in Chicago. Reality check, people aren't buying tickets to watch Miss Layups. So, if you're wondering why people are calling her delusional, or how Patrick Bet-David and others shredded her argument with cold, hard facts, stay tuned. We're diving into all of it. The salary drama, the WNBA's financial truth, and why Caitlin Clark might just be the one keeping the league alive. But before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the latest WNBA updates, player moves, and game breakdowns. And yes, Angel actually said, "I don't think they even pay one of my bills."
Just hope y'all know, the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally.
Hold up for a second. Are we being pranked right now? Is this some kind of joke? Because Angel has to know she's on a rookie deal, $74,000 a year. That's 74 grand to play professional basketball. And she's talking like she's clocking double shifts just to make ends meet. Come on, girl. That's more than what most teachers make, more than plenty of nurses, firefighters, even some local TV anchors. You're earning about 6 grand a month to travel, hoop, and represent a franchise, and somehow you're acting like you're struggling through 3 side jobs and surviving on instant noodles. Let's be real, this isn't LSU anymore. Reebok isn't tossing you sneakers like Halloween candy, and McDonald's isn't cutting you endorsement checks bigger than half the WNBA's roster. That was nil money. Now you're in the pros. And in the pros, you prove yourself first and talk later. But Angel? She entered the league like it was the Real Housewives, Chicago edition. Loud, dramatic, full of attitude, and threatening a walkout before the first game even tipped off. Complaining before contributing. Demanding before delivering. Asking for a raise before even making her mark on the court. And honestly, it wasn't just the money talk that made people side-eye her. It was the whole energy. The confidence, the entitlement, the way she sounded like she's already the league's poster child. Girl, you haven't even got your jersey settled yet. Don't act like you're LeBron with a bad contract. So before you threaten to walk out, maybe try walking onto the court and making a layup that actually goes in. Now, let's talk reactions. The internet tore into this like it was open season. If you thought fans would shrug and move on, you clearly haven't been on X in 2024. Social media didn't just respond, it detonated. In minutes, Angel Reese was trending, but not for rebounds or defense. People went digging. Miss Layup compilations, clown music edits, Instagram live moments turned into meme exhibits. The comments were merciless. Jokes like, if Angel sits out, the WNBA might finally turn a profit. We're flying. $74,000 and she still can't hit a layup? Maybe the rim's charging rent at this point. Fans weren't just roasting. They were writing an obituary for her credibility. If you publicly demand more money or threaten to sit out and claim the league doesn't pay your bills, you better be delivering on the court. You should be posting double-doubles, draining mid-range shots, and making ESPN's top 10 every week. Instead, Angel's highlights have looked more like bloopers, missed layups, turnovers, bricks, and now she's surprised people don't take her seriously. If your play can't out-talk your feed, maybe log off and work. And it wasn't only fans. The business world jumped in too, and that's where things shifted from humiliating to instructive. Enter Patrick Bet-David. Entrepreneur, podcast mogul, human spreadsheet. He saw Angel's remarks and didn't raise an eyebrow. He broke out the calculator, opened a spreadsheet, and delivered a cold dose of financial reality to puncture those fantasy contract dreams.
You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life.
He didn't sugarcoat it or try to make it sound polite. He just said it plain and simple. You don't ask for a raise from a business that's losing money. Mic drop. And he wasn't being harsh for the sake of drama. He was being real. The WNBA isn't breaking even. It's not barely hanging on, and it's definitely not turning a profit. It's losing money. Tens of millions in the red every single year.
They want to get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live.
Now here's where it gets awkward. The NBA, you know, the league with actual profits, global stars, and massive fan bases, has been footing the WNBA's bills from the very beginning. The W doesn't survive on its own. It runs on NBA support. Think of it like this. The NBA is the wealthy older brother with a mansion and a steady income, while the WNBA is the sibling crashing on his couch, eating his snacks and complaining that the cushions aren't comfy enough. And Angel Reese? She's in the kitchen asking for lobster and caviar, while the fridge is empty and the rent's 3 months overdue.
Basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023.
Patrick came with the receipts. He pointed out that the NFL, MLB, and NBA didn't become powerhouse leagues because rookies hopped on social media demanding bigger paychecks.
WNBA and what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it.
They earned it the hard way through decades of growing fan bases, generating revenue, landing massive TV deals, selling merchandise, and creating unforgettable moments. They made people care, and that's when the money started flowing. Angel Reese skipped all that. She walked in, dropped her duffel bag in the corner, and started asking for a raise like she'd just scored 40 in the finals. Then Patrick dropped the bombshell. If WNBA players like Angel actually went on strike, meaning they stopped playing, the league would save money. Yep, you heard that right. Save it.
Here's the catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion.
Imagine that. Your threat to sit out actually helps the league's finances. That's not leverage. That's charity. It's like quitting your job and your boss celebrating with a pizza party. You couldn't script this level of irony if you tried. But as ridiculous as that sounds, things get even crazier when you look at what Caitlin Clark is doing, completely transforming the league without saying a single word. While Angel Reese is online venting about paychecks like someone just cut off her Wi-Fi, Caitlin Clark is out there doing what she does best, letting her game speak. No whining, no emotional outbursts, no Instagram lives demanding a crown, just pure basketball brilliance. She's drilling logo threes like they're free throws, stacking up buckets one after another and filling arenas like it's Coachella. Fans are skipping dinner plans just to watch her play. She's made women's basketball must-see TV. And the craziest part? She's not even officially in the league yet.
I'm not huge on comparing the WNBA and the NBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think.
Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark hasn't even signed her rookie contract. She hasn't stepped foot on a WNBA court, and she's already outshining half the league. Honestly, the WNBA should be sending her daily thank you cards. Actually, forget that. They should be building statues of her outside every arena. Because every time a ticket gets scanned, a jersey gets sold, or a broadcast deal gets renewed, one name is driving it all. Caitlin. She's not complaining about the grind. She's not crying broke. She's not begging for headlines. She's earning them, making people care, turning heads, and elevating the game without saying a single word. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is trending, but not for reasons she'd want. Before we dive into that, quick reminder, if you love WNBA coverage, from game highlights and player spotlights to behind-the-scenes stories, make sure to hit that follow. It's free, fast, and it keeps you in the loop with everything happening across the league. Alright, let's get back into it, because when it comes to basketball, Angel's name has been trending lately, and not exactly for her performance on the court.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, you got nothing.
Let's keep it real. Angel Reese has potential, but potential doesn't pay the bills. Right now, she's talking louder than she's playing, while Caitlin Clark is quietly changing the game. One's complaining about paychecks, the other's creating them. In the pros, respect isn't given, it's earned. So before asking for the bag, show up, put in the work, and let your game do the talking.